What's up guys, my name is Sean, welcome to my tech channel. Today I got an exciting projector review from WISELAZER. This is the second time I'm reviewing one of their products. Full disclosure, they sent this to me for free, but we did not exchange any money. So all the opinions is 100% mine and they do not get to see this video before I publish it. By the way, I review techs, gadgets, do unboxing reviews and tutorials in this channel. So if you're interested in content like this, you might want to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification, and when you hit the bell icon, change that to all because that's the only way you'll be notified for all my future videos. So this is their A30 model. The previous model I had reviewed was their S20 model. This one right here, I'll put a link down in the description below and probably right up here somewhere. So this is supposed to be much brighter. It has more advanced Keystone Adjustment, which is one of my biggest pet peeves. So I'm excited to see what this thing can do. And it should have a quieter fan noise. And ultimately, it is a sealed design with filters, so dust should not be able to get inside. And then it helps with the longevity of the product. Along the way, as I talk about this projector, I will share if I have any pros or cons that I want to highlight. Starting with the unboxing. When you open it up, I was personally disappointed that we did not get a carrying back, because we did get one with their S20 model, but with the A30 we did not get a carrying back. But what we do get is your basic accessories. You have your HDMI cable, you have your remote, and you have power cord and spare filter if you want to change the filter inside the fan. The owner's manual that you get with this projector are very easy to follow. You get a quick start guide and it comes in multiple different languages. So on the top, you only have one button, and that's the start button. Some people like it if they like minimalist designs. I personally prefer to have a little bit more buttons on my projectors. At a minimum, I want to have quick access to pause, play, and mute and volume. Let's say if I'm watching a movie at night and the volume gets like really loud all of a sudden, if there's an explosion and my kid, it's an explosion scene and my kid is sleeping upstairs, I want to be able to jump in and turn it down and not fumble trying to look for the remote control. So anyways, that's one thing I just want to share. I prefer having a little bit more buttons at the top. Around the back, this is where you have all your ports and IOs. You have two HDMIs and two USB type A, as well as a headphone jack, which obviously you can use it if you want to listen to it, whatever, or listen to the movie on your own, or if you want to hook it up to a Bluetooth or external speaker to be able to get a little bit better quality audio out of the device. On both sides, you have some exhaust fans and speaker ports. In front, this is where you have the lens cap. The focus in this projector is still manual, and you have this adjustment ring on the side. I'm personally not a big fan of manual focuses, but typically in this price point, it's hard to try to get an automatic focus ring. At the bottom, you have four raised legs, about 1/4 inch, and at the bottom they have these kind of like rubbery, little bit sticky feet that, one, they're not going to scratch your table if you're going to put it on the table, but also helps a little bit so it won't slide as much. Then you have this leg that you can raise or lower by turning it clockwise or counterclockwise, or you can take it all the way out and use this to try to mount to whatever kind of mount you have, whether you want to mount it to a tripod or mount it from a ceiling or whatever else. This right here at the side is where the filter is. So this would help with the dust not trying to get inside the unit. One last thing to mention, while you can connect your projector to your home Wi-Fi and AirPlay the content from your iPhone into the projector, you have the option to use one of these HDMI to Lightning adapter that is not included obviously in this box, and then use an HDMI port to connect and stream the content from your iPhone into the projector. And this concludes all the exterior features and characteristics of this projector. Next, I want to talk about its fan noise and its brightness. I have a light meter and a dB meter. And to try to put that to perspective, I actually did hook the S20 and trying to compare them side by side. Starting with the fan noise, very clear that the fan was nowhere near as loud as this one. The S20 fan noise at about a foot away from the projector was about 52 decibels. And the A30, the new model, was about 45 decibels. So at about a foot, I was measuring 7 decibel less than the S20. When I used my light meter to try to measure the brightness in lux at about a foot away, the S20 was measuring at about 1500 lux, and the A30 was measuring at about 2250 lux. There are different ways you can do the conversion to kind of convert that to lumens, but if you look at the Amazon listing, I think they mark this at 9500 lumens, which that would make it, if that's true, that will make this one of the brightest projectors I have reviewed. They have this on Amazon for $300, but there's an $80 coupon. I will give you my recommendation based on this being $222 at the time I'm recording this video. One of the things I was excited about, I wanted to test it fairly quickly, was to go ahead and connect this with my iPhone to see how I can stream to that device. The setup process is pretty straightforward. First, you have to make sure to have your projector connected to your Wi-Fi that your phone is connected to. And then when you go to the menu and you go to your phone where you want to mirror to an Apple TV, you will see an Apple TV with the name of the projector, and you can simply stream. At the time I'm recording this video, it's about 3 or 4 p.m. It is still very bright outside, even when I had all my lights turned off. As you can see, lots of light was coming through the window with my blinds closed, so it was not a pitch black room, and the screen still looked really sharp and very bright, and I had no problem watching the content. Some songs from Artlist. That is a subscription I use, so I don't have to worry about copyright claims. And I will play a couple of songs from my nephew, who is a beat producer, and I will put his links down in the description below. And I'll put the name of the songs on the screen as well.
Bluetooth connected. Everywhere I go, the people really want to know who I is and who I be. They stop.
The audio quality is what you would expect from a typical projector at this price point. I think it's 3 or 4 watts. It doesn't distort, it sounds okay. But personally, if I'm watching a movie, I'm definitely gonna hook it up to an external speaker to try to get better quality audio. The other advantage of this projector is you can also use a Bluetooth speaker to connect the audio that way, versus most other ones. Even the S20, I believe, didn't have that offering. And finally, let's talk about the Keystone Adjustment before I get to my final conclusion. You see, here's a quick background or lesson of why it's important to have good Keystone Adjustment when you get a projector. You see, when you projecting straight like this, then you are at a Keystone Adjustment of 0. You don't need to make any adjustments, and the picture on the wall is gonna be a perfect rectangle. But the reality is, when you put this on your coffee table, you have to have this angled up with the leg raised a little bit, so that way you can actually get it on the screen. Otherwise, like, half of the image is gonna be on the floor. So when you have this tilted up, then your image is gonna be skewed like this. So with the Keystone Adjustment, you kind of bring it back. This has an advanced keystone that even if you have this kind of like not pointing straight at the screen, maybe you have to put this on a side table and then project it this way, then also the side's gonna be crooked like this. This will give you horizontal and vertical Keystone Adjustments, so you can actually bring the screen back to this perfect rectangle. At the end of the day, who's this for and would I recommend it? I would say the short answer is yes, I would recommend it, but with an asterisk. So this is a full HD 1920 by 1080 and it supports 4K. But the fact that it has that native 1920 by 1080 and it is this bright, this would also be sufficient for any office work. If you have any presentation that has fonts, this is going to be really sharp. Any resolution less than this is not going to be ideal for that. The moment the brightness gets a little bit less and the resolution gets a little bit less, it's not going to be ideal for office work. For watching movies at home, again, depending on your situation, if you have to have that optimum brightness, this would be very ideal. But if you don't need it, maybe you can get one that is less expensive, but it may not be as bright. The Keystone Adjustment, again, one more thing, depending on your situation, if you don't think you're gonna need to have advanced Keystone Adjustment, maybe you can get away with getting a projector that is a little bit less expensive. But overall, video quality and the features, is it worth $220? I would say yes, probably up to $250 or so, depending on the coupons that they have. I think you're getting a lot for your money. I have reviewed a ton of different projectors, and be honest with you, this, for its size and the features, I really like this one. What are some of the I wishes about this product? I just want to do a quick recap. I wish that this had more buttons at the top for me to have quick access to my volume, mute, and play and pause. And I am a huge fan of carrying cases and any kind of bags that I can get with the projector. At the end of the day, this is somewhat portable. I wish I could get a bag similar to what I got with the S20. Look how nice this thing was. This is a bag kind of, or a carrying case you would get with the S20, and this one doesn't have that. So those are two of my biggest pet peeves, but outside of that, I have really no other complaint other than the audio, but the audio is typically average in most projectors. So this has been it. If you guys have any questions, drop it down below. Let me know, what do you think? Do you have a similar projector? Have you used any projectors from this brand? And is there anything else I missed in my review? Hopefully I didn't, but if I did, I'm only human. Just ask down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.